Hello parents, I wanted to send you hopefully a very quick video to talk about something you will see in your child's backpack tonight. It is this blue reading book bag, and inside will be 3 leveled books for your child. Most of our students right now are on a level yellow, which means they are reading a book with a pattern. Inside this book bag will be a reading log in which they are to record every time they read for a 15-minute block. So they're not recording every book that they may read, but they're recording a book for every 15 minutes in which they are reading. I know it sounds a little crazy, but we can't record books because as we are in competition with older grades to see, kind of who's reading the most and getting the most minutes in, we call them steps, and a step is equivalent to 15 minutes of reading because one book for a kindergarten student versus one book for a 5th grade student is going to have a significant difference. So that's why we record in steps. Again, a step is 15 minutes, but it's also written on the reading log, which we'll explain a little bit more as soon as you see it. And then there will be a letter coming home in your child's folder, and this is our contract for, it's not law binding, but it's just kind of wanting us to make sure that we're on the same page with what parents are, we're hoping that we can partner together to do to create a very strong reader in your child. If you would just cut this bottom part off and sign it in, I will record that we have received the reading contract from you, and our admin kind of looks at who's has those returned and who doesn't have them returned. So if I don't get it in the next couple of days, you'll probably see an email coming through from me. But it talks about what does reading at home look like. Ideally, yes, we do want your child to be reading, and we do need practice with one-on-one. I do have well, now we're back down to 19 students. So I have 19 students in the class. So for me to read one-on-one with all 19 students, it is a slower process for me to be able to have time with all of them. But the power is in them being able to read at home one-on-one with you. And that is, we start with these yellow books. Yellow books have a pattern to them. This one is titled I Can Go. And so everything in the book is kind of going to go back to that. As you're reading with your child, if you will start and read the first 2 pages and let them complete the story, let them struggle just a little bit as they're trying to figure it out, but not to that they would get to a frustration level. If they need help, absolutely help them. That's what we're here to do and coach them, but we want them also to have an opportunity to stop and think about it for a moment and see if they can get on track so that they can do that for themselves, and if not, absolutely, then we're going to jump in and offer some coaching. So for instance, you would read the first 2 pages. I can go swimming. What they're looking for is they're going to lock onto this pattern, I can go, and then they're looking at the picture to give them cues to help them read. So old school reading philosophy was, don't look at the picture, you need to be sounding it out, right? Now we're going back to more like of a whole language type of situation where we're using the pictures, we're using the beginning sound to help us read. So I'm going to turn the page. And then we would have I can go. We're looking at the picture, and you can tell the first letter in this word is B. So I can go biking. What would match with that? Now that you've read the first 2 pages, you're going to let them go on their own where they can pick up the pattern, use the picture and visual cues to help them finish the sentence. They should be turning the pages on their own. That is also a part of reading independently, is that they know that books we read from left to right and pages turn left to right as well. So at the end of 15 minutes of reading, you would record 1 book. You will read with your child most likely all 3 of these books within 15 minutes, but you can't record all 3. Otherwise, that's going to show that you work together for 45 minutes. If you do work together for 45 minutes, that's fantastic, but you would record it as such. Other things, I don't know if I mentioned, but if you are reading to your child, you spend 15 minutes reading, talking about pictures, talking about characters and such before you go to bed, that also counts. So please log that on here. Again, our goal is just to team up to build very strong readers. Right now we are reading, well, we're learning to read. Eventually they will be reading to learn, and that's a huge step. They need a lot of practice. They need a lot of help at school and home. If you have any questions about anything in this video or anything that comes home, in regards to ARC or anything else, please don't hesitate to give me a call or shoot me an email. You guys have a great night.